Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I'm going to share with you something, I don't know how to put it, because I don't want to position myself as a nice guy and others as bad, but I will try to share with you how human behavior can get easily corrupted, how we can easily forget where we came from, we can forget our roots, and we just let things get to our head. You would find my examples a little bit, I don't know, for lack of a better word, shocking or controversial. You'll be like, are you serious? So take whatever I share with you with a pinch of salt. But remember, the underlying message I'm trying to give you is in this whole video. So watch it and then give me your thoughts. All right. For those of you who are new to the channel, wondering who's this tattooed guy, what the hell is this? I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in the Middle East, especially Dubai, UAE. And people book my services for coaching, consulting, personal problems, professional challenges, or stuff they cannot share with anyone. And one of the key reasons is maybe my point of view or my opinion, or the advice that I give is very practical, realistic, non-bullshit, not the happy, positive, goody two shoes. I keep it very real. That's why I have 6,700 videos, which if you hear, some of them will shock you. Anyway, more details in the description. So now, what is this topic that I know for a fact would have controversial views? And I love to share controversial topics. I'll tell you. This was the time when I was a playboy. Okay. I know some of you are like, what the hell are you talking, man? Ugly looking face and playboy. Listen, my story, just listen. So it was those days where I didn't believe in being loyal. The age was 30, in my 30s. Let's say I started sleeping around with girls from the age of 16, started experimenting. 20 was just, the more the number of girls, the merrier, more the happier. I just believe that being a man, being a guy, it was my sense of self-worth was the more number of girls I can attract, I can make them go crazy, have sex with them, the more alpha male I am. That is why I worked very hard to go to the gym, have big muscles, have lots of girls. Okay, and as to show off, just imagine, even though those days social media was not a very big thing, only Facebook was there, still I was doing my best to brag, take girls wherever I am, maybe 6, 7 girls in a day. Okay, whatever. So in my 30s, I was thinking of marriage. And there are 3 videos of mine where I spoke on the 3 marriages and the subsequent divorces. So this was during my 3rd marriage. Okay, the 3rd marriage that I had. You can check the video. She was a very good girl. She was a very good girl, very nice person. Sadly, she got me at that phase of my life where even though she was a good girl, she was my best friend, but I didn't actually love her. I thought I did. I really wanted to settle down, but then I realized, no, I don't have feelings for her. And it was a bit too late to realize that, but, Dubai, those days, remember, this is nearly 10, 11 years ago, in Sharjah, we were staying in Sharjah. You could not stay with a girl if you were not married. It was not allowed as per the law of the land, the Islamic law. You had to be married. So we didn't have a choice. We nearly got caught by a CID, criminal investigation department, that is like a police. So I didn't want to be banned or thrown out or put in prison. So namesake, I convinced her we'll get married, and we did. I really thought I was in love with her. I really thought I could make love happen. So here I am in a relationship where um, I'm married to a girl who is a very good human being, my best friend, whom I thought I could have a family, children, but then after 1, 2 years realized it's a mistake, it's not happening. But then, namesake, I kept it. But at the side, I was dating other girls. Sex was almost non existent with my best friend because I was not passionate about her, but sex was hyper crazy with other girls. And it was a time where I was even taking steroids, I was doing bodybuilding, so my testosterone always was high. I was pretty big, I would say at least 100 kilos. Okay. Right now I'm at 69. So you can do the math. So I was 100, that range. And pretty big. I mean, my arm size was 17 inches, maybe not super big, but 17. And it's muscle. Huh? So I was also experimenting with running, cycling, swimming, and triathlon. So I was doing lots of sports. So obviously your testosterone is high, your adrenaline is high, your dopamine, when you do exercise. And I was bumping into a lot of men and women who loved exercise and also whose testosterone and, dopamine and everything was very high. So among the people I was exercising with in different groups and camps, I used to bump into these girls who also had high sexual libido and, who didn't mind getting, let's try something frisky a little bit, nobody should know. It's our dirty little secret. Okay. Over there, I bumped into this Filipina girl whom she was not the type who would sleep around, but she was searching for a relationship and she didn't know I was married because obviously I was keeping it very much a secret. So they thought I was single. And she found me intelligent. She found me smart. She found me, different. And she was surprised that I was Indian because I was not acting, talking, behaving, looking. I had tattoos. So she started dating and I didn't want to keep it a secret. So finally I let her know that I'm married, but namesake. I told her what the situation is. She was slightly taken aback, but then she appreciated the fact that I was honest. And she said, why don't we just be friends? Okay, fine. We ended up being just friends, but eventually ended up too much of, you know, sexual energy, too much of energy. So we ended up having sex. And obviously she had her own apartment. We would meet there regularly. And oh, the sex was crazy, man. Oh, the sex was passionate. And we both were enjoying whatever you can think of, the most erotic stuff we're doing it. And Filipinas are generally very clean girls, very, very clean. She used to really take care of her body. She had a very good physique because she was an athlete and she used to really take care, like beautiful smell. I could just see her naked for the whole bloody day. She would look so hot and smell nice and taste nice and whatever. Okay. She was amazing. So we were having passionate sex, we were having passionate everything. But remember, like every other relation, there's no relationship that is perfect. You'll never get a girl who is hot and beautiful and intelligent and submissive and perfectly gelling with you, and there's no fight and there's no argument, and you both have the same goals. It's impossible to have someone who is so perfect that there is no differences. If the sex is great, maybe the drama is always arguments and all that. If the person is submissive or very meek, maybe there is hardly any sex. If the person is a great friend, maybe the person will have a massive ego. Maybe there'll be mood swings. Maybe the person can be very demanding. So there'll always be good and bad. You'll never get the perfect person because you're not perfect, the person's not perfect. So even though the sex was good, even though the friendship was good, even though we used to get along like crazy, we used to have plenty of arguments, plenty. And it all used to stem from the fact that I was, even those days, I was crazy about my work and my brand and my clients. And obviously I'm staying with my, that I'm wifey, even if it's namesake. So that used to always bug her that, oh, end of the day, you're going back to her, you're sleeping. Like, where the hell do you want me to sleep? On the road or with you? I have to stay there. So that jealousy was always there. Okay, fine. But me, I was managing. However, this one particular incident really kind of messed things up. I'll tell you what happened. When it was my best friend's birthday, and remember this, it's not her fault that, there's no love in the relationship. She was giving her 100%. And she was a very great friend. She was there for me. I had nothing but the deepest respect and regard for her. Whether you believe it or not, you'll say, oh, you're cheating on her, two-timing her, and deepest respect and regard. It's complicated, man. As a friend, she was incredibly amazing. So whenever it was a birthday, I would go out of the way to make sure that she was kept happy. And I'm a guy who doesn't believe in wishing anybody happy birthday unless they come within that circle of like VVIP, or I really feel if I wish them, they'll feel happy. So otherwise, I don't believe in wishing or celebrating happy birthday. So when it was her birthday, I used to always make it special, either call guests or whatever, surprise her. So this particular birthday, I surprised her by giving her almost $5,000 worth of something. I can't remember what it was. I'm being honest with you. But it did cost $5,000, and there were components, various components of it. So it was nearly $5,000. And when she did ask, I told her this was the bill. And, we were very transparent with each other, and she was very happy. I made sure she was happy. Okay, whatever. And then obviously, after I finished with my best friend, I have to go to my lover. So when I went to my lover, and she asked, what did you do, and this and that, and I, like an idiot, which I should have been smarter than that, I told her, like, this is my best friend, and, even though love is with you and sex is with you, but this is my best friend, and I got her this. And then she obviously asked how much was the bill, and I, like an idiot, told her $5,000. Okay. I didn't think much about it. Well, I would be thinking much about it later on, and I'll tell you what happened. After her birthday was my birthday. Okay, after her birthday was mine. And lo and behold, for my birthday, she purchased $5,000 worth of. So I spent $5,000 on her. She spent $5,000 on me. Yeah, who's going to complain? I was very happy. Okay. Once again, if you ask me specifically what it was, there were a couple of components, couple of things here and there, including, iMac. I'm in the Apple ecosystem, so there were a couple of major things. And this girlie, after I celebrated my birthday, everything, and this girlie, I met her after that. She doesn't earn much. She was not up to the mark. So she gave the little bit that she could. I think it was hardly $300 or whatever. It didn't matter. For, you have a good time. You don't count how much money did you give, how much money did you give with the people who are special in your life. So I never calculated that. So, my best friend's birthday, $5,000. My birthday, $5,000. Now comes her birthday. Okay, now remember, she couldn't spend much money on me. Didn't matter. Don't care. $100, $200, whatever. She's not earning much. Now came her birthday. It's very hard to keep two women happy. When it was her birthday, I really planned out a lot of things. Going out to a very special place that she liked. She liked dessert food at one place. She liked particular clothes at one place. I made a list of everything, and I made sure everything was taken care of. Now, it didn't go up to $5,000. Okay. I think it roughly went to $1,000. But because she was simple and it was very easy to keep her happy and all that. And I extended it for not just one day. I made sure like 2-3 days I kept giving her surprises. In fact, after all that, I gave her like, I literally went out of the way to spend like 2-3 days with her only. I had to give some bullshit stories where I was going. So imagine I even stayed with her. Took care of her, everything fine. Okay. So now obviously she should be happy, right? Guess what? She was not happy at all. She was not happy at all. At all. Like we finished the food, we finished everything, we finished thing. And I was like, did you enjoy your birthday? And she was not happy. Why are you not happy? Like, didn't I take you to the restaurant? And she bought up that you spent $5,000 for her. You got $5,000 worth of things for yourself, but you gave me only $1,000. And this is an actual statement. Huh? You spent $5,000 for her. You got $5,000, but you're giving me $1,000. What the fuck? I said, I told her, listen, what you like, the restaurant that you like she's not very particular with food, but you liked a restaurant. We ate what you really liked, and you always aspire to go there once a year or whatever. I took you there. You liked a particular sweet, you like this thing. I give you, and you always complain that you don't spend time with me. I even spend 3 days with you. Now, why are you complaining? She bought up, you spent $5,000 for her. You have to spend $5,000 for me. I was like, what? I found that really stupid. Like, I'm telling you how I felt. I know what you'll say. Yeah, you need to treat both of them equal. Like, if you have 2 children, you can't spend one more. But this is not children. This is a girlfriend, and this is wifey or best friend or whatever. And remember, she spent $5,000 on me, and I gave it back. And that is how, we would match more or less the kind of expenses we spend on each other. And one more thing, which you may not know, my so-called best friend has spent much more on me over the years when I went through a very tough time. Much more, so much more that I don't think I can ever repay her back. So I hold her in a very special place in my heart. Now, I thought that was done. Later on, I have my systems and all that. I upgraded it. So I had to spend another little bit of money. Okay. So I purchased that. And she didn't have a laptop. So I decided to keep her happy, I will buy her a laptop. And lo and behold, I bought a second-hand laptop. Obviously, my work, I can't buy second-hand unless I get a good deal. So I bought some new stuff. And I had taken her with me for shopping. After we went home, finished shopping, I told her, it was a MacBook Air that I got for her. I said, how's it? Do you like it? And all that. And she needed a laptop. And she didn't have the money for it. And I bought her a laptop. And when I asked her, are you happy? No, this is what? You just spend only this much while you bought expensive stuff for you. And you buy expensive stuff for your girl. And then she bought up all the old. Like, what the hell are you? I said, my dear, you can't afford even a laptop. And I'm buying you a laptop. And still you want all this? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? And you will not believe we had a massive argument over that. Now, am I saying she is a bad bitch? Or, yeah, look at these bitches. No. I'm not saying that. Obviously, I mean, if you look at it, the way the relationship itself is pretty screwed up. I'm cheating on her, and I'm cheating on her. So I'm no saint myself. I'll admit that 100%. But what I want you to understand is the dynamics of human expectations. That no matter what you give an individual, they'll always compare it to somebody else. In fact, let me give you now my current wife, my fourth one, which is hopefully the last. When we got married, when we just got married, and I wanted to buy her something, um, that time we're just starting off. So I bought her a gold chain, a very small one, a small chain or something, and the budget was 150 US dollars. I kept it small. 150 US dollars, you can get a very tiny, small little chain or something. Not very expensive. And she said no. She said, no, it's too expensive. Okay. That was the first time that I bought her. After that, it increased to $500. Okay. I asked her, like, what do you want? Her budget was $500. Subsequently, after a few months, when it went to a year, I asked her, okay, what do you want? What makes you happy? It's your birthday. It became, I want $1,000 worth of gold. Okay, fine. Okay, that makes you happy. And then obviously, I try to exceed that. I gave her 1,500 or 1,800. Then it became 2,000. But the part that really shocked me, was one day, and I always have this habit where I plan out at least 6 months to 1 year, whether it's a birthday or whatever, what are the expenses and all that. So I asked her, what would keep you happy? What would keep you happy? She said gold. Fine. And she wanted a particular slab. It would cost me like $3,000 or something, that range. But this time I decided I'm going to give her something she never got. Because remember, gold has, like they call it in bars, 1 bar, half a bar, 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar. I don't know what you call that gold standard. I'm not very much into gold. So she never got gold in her life. So when she got half a bar, that's a particular weight or standard, that was a very big thing. And then when I gave her 1 bar, it was a very big thing. And then when I gave her 2 bar, it's a weight, this thing, it was a very, very big thing. So 3 was the highest she ever got. And I decided I'm going to give her 5 bar gold, which would cost me roughly $5,000. Okay. 5,000 plus. And on her birthday, I completely shocked her because I'd given her December, I'd given her New Year, and I wanted her to have a memory that she would never forget. I gave her 5 bar, that is $5,000 plus. She was shocked. It became the news in her brother, sister, family, because no one in the family had got that much. She was the first one to ever get it. And I felt really happy about it. And lo and behold, I thought, did finally something worthwhile. Now came, obviously she can't give me any gift because she doesn't earn. Now came the subsequent year where I told her, tell me what is your plan? What do you want? So I can save money and that will be my target. Now, before I even tell you what she asked me, I want you to guess. From a girl who never had gold, half was the biggest gift. Then became 1, then became 2, then became 3, which she didn't ask, but I surprised her. And I made it to 5. What do you think she asked me? I'm pretty sure you would have guessed it, right? She asked me, you can buy me a 10 bar. Now, 10 bar would cost more than 10 to 11,000 US dollars. In the last 5 years of our marriage, a girl from the village, for whom $100 was no, don't waste money, don't buy, actually asked me, from $100, I want 11,000 or 12,000 US dollars. When she told me this, I was like, oh, I was just like, and mind you, this is not to badmouth her. She's a very good woman. I will tell you who's wrong, what went wrong. I kept quiet. And, I always believe in reflecting, and I spent some time. I was like, I need to think about this. From what made her ask me, I really asked myself, what made her ask me from where once upon a time she was shy to even ask me $100 and said no. And today she's asking me 12,000 or whatever. And then I asked myself, where does it end? What prevents her from asking me $20,000, $50,000, $100,000? What, I mean, you can definitely ask me that. And let me just kill the suspense and tell you, she even told me that she want her dream. Imagine the girl before who told me her dream was just to be married. Her dream was for me to buy her an entire house, which would cost like $100,000 plus $150,000, $200,000. She wanted that is as a gift. So she's already planned out. And I've spoken about this concept, this heuristic treadmill, where every time your demands go even higher and higher and that becomes your new normal. So for my wife, the new normal was where once upon a time the normal was $50, $100, or even going to 7-Eleven for shopping was a luxury. She actually felt very comfortable asking me, oh, I want like 12,000 US dollars cash or gold. And she even felt comfortable telling me, what will keep me happy is 200,000 US dollars, 100,000, I really sat and reflected and I was like, where did I go wrong? Because remember, it takes two hands to clap. Where did I go wrong? What did I communicate to her that this has become a second nature? And then I started to realize there are small, small things that have led to this. And it's not her fault, by the way. And she's not a bad person. Just keep this in mind. This is not me naming and shaming. I'm making you understand human behavior. Like when she came here new, she never wanted AC because she felt very uncomfortable. My wife never wanted the AC. Today, she has to sleep with the AC on, whether it's afternoon, whether it's night, with the baby, sleep with the air conditioning on. Before, she was very happy to eat just whatever was there. She will never ask. Today, she will literally tell me, I want this, I want this, I want this. Like she has her own thing, what she wants to buy. Before having pork, before marriage, it was once in 3 months, once in 6 months, once in 3 months. Okay, shrimp, that is prawns and crabs and expensive seafood, was once in 6 months. Today it is almost like every week if she wants to eat, or every 3 days, prawns, whatever. So then I realized she has been slowly introduced to this kind of luxury. In fact, before, a phone was, I think, a completely dilapidated, broken, destroyed phone. Now she has a Samsung, the latest means S21 Ultra. And before she had 3 phones, S21 Ultra, the Realme, the, that 7 Pro T, I don't know, what is that, the name? It's a red dot. I don't know the brand. And here's a funny thing. Even though she had 3 phones, still, when I got the flip, because I wanted to see the technology, I have the flip, I have the fold. She wanted the flip. That means she wanted 4 phones. 4 phones. One to watch movie, one to take calls, one to take photograph. And I was like, no, I'm sorry. For what 4 phones? I told her, if this is how your brain will work, I'll just give you one outdated phone, which is only like how you used to have. So she's like, no, 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 I was just joking. So, see, all I can tell you is human emotions, human feelings, human character, they can get corrupted very easily if you do not guide them properly. She's a very good girl, very, very good girl. But if I introduce her and pamper her with temptations, with money, it will destroy her, the goodness that she has. In fact, one of the mistakes that I made is every time I had an upgrade in terms of my laptop, in terms of a game, I in decided to be fair, and I said every time I buy something for me, I'll give you equal amount of cash. And one fine day, I never thought this would come and bite me in the ass. One fine day, when I bought this current iMac, when it came out, 2019 or 2020, I bought it for $6,000. My wife actually asked me, and I'm to blame for this, huh? I spent $6,000. She's like, "Where is my $6,000?" I was like, "What?" I said, "I bought this for work. What are you talking about?" She said, "No, you told me, no. Every time you spend money for you, you'll spend money for me also. Every time you buy 1,000 for you, you'll keep 1,000 for me." And then I was like, "Oh, bloody hell, man. I have to slap myself because I put it in her head, no?" And so then I had to communicate to her later on and make her understand, say, "Listen, I try to be in terms of fairness and wanted to keep you happy in terms of savings, but this is not the way life works." In fact, I had to have that conversation with her where I made her I explained to her, money corrupts. There's no easy money. I work very hard. I don't want you to get spoiled, because if you do get spoiled and you're not able to control yourself, you are going back to the village. You're staying there with the daughter, and I'll send limited amount of money every month, and you are going back to farming. You have to, if you are going to spoil yourself, because I do not want someone who has become so addicted to pleasure and money that she forgets her roots. I myself have to remind myself of my roots, and I do that. That's why I eat simple food sometimes. Sometimes, rice and water with little bit of curry, I eat that. Not every time chicken and prawns. Anyway, I can't eat seafood or luxurious food. I tell myself, no, I have to eat this. Sometimes I have to eat simple food. I practice fasting. I practice sleeping on the floor. I tell my wife, you should not forget the basic fundamentals of your roots, where you came from. So, and even when now my wife, when she were to go for holiday to meet her mother, I told her, you're not taking your 2 or 3 phones. No, you're just taking one simple phone. The baby is not going to take her that Samsung tablet that I bought her with internet connection, where she can show everyone, oh, my dad is rich. And no, she's not going to take that. She's going to play with other children in the sand and mud. And you're not going to have a party every single day. I'm going to give you a budget, and you're going to live within that budget, the same budget what you eat here. And and the money that I'll be giving you will be deducted from the gift that you're going to get once every year, because you're spending extra money for your holiday. And that extra money that you give for parties and spending for your friends, I want you to know that this is the money that you could have spent for buying something important for you, like gold or a gift for yourself. That is the money that you'll spend. Then you'll value it. Then you'll ask yourself, whom should I spend it on? Should I have this party? Should I invite this person? You'll only invite those who matter, and you'll do what is important. And you'll not spend money like water, because she's not earning. She doesn't know the value. I, being the head of the family, I have to not only teach her, I have to make my child realize. Because remember this much, a lot of poor people here who forget, they have not seen they can't afford even a Magnum ice cream or a Twix or Snickers chocolate. For them, that is a luxury item. They don't even dare go to a 7-Eleven store, because for them, that is rich man's luxury, a white man's store, like a Westerner expat. They go to local street vendors. They are so afraid to go there. So I don't want my wife and my kid to forget their roots, because one day I'm going to die. I'm not going to be there. Who's going to give them this unlimited supply of money, buy whatever you like. So I want them to live that life, whether I'm there or not there, so that tomorrow, if I'm not there, they're used to it. See, overall, what I want to summarize through this video is the first example that I gave you with regards to that Filipino girl I was dating. She just got carried away with what she saw. She saw other people are getting this. I also have to get this. I deserve this. Oh, why should I get only 1,000? I want 5,000. I want, your status. She forgot where she came from and she wanted to be like the equals. I don't know what she's doing today, but I'm pretty sure if she doesn't have a rich boyfriend, she is going to live the same old what she lived before. With regards to my wifey, she never experienced money, wealth, and power like how she has experienced now. And now she has realized I was worse. I was worse when I got introduced to money, success, and power. It went to my head. Thankfully, she is much more coachable and she is willing to learn and she knows the realities. And I can tell you, I'm so lucky that she is very self-aware that she shouldn't let success, money, all that get to her. And even when I tell her, when you go for your holiday to your mom, you're going to save money every single month. We are going to save. And that money which I keep is actually meant for your birthday, celebration, gold, or whatever you want to buy. You will choose what you want to do with it. So then she'll respect and value that much more. She'll spend only for what is required. And she'll only give for those people who deserve it, not just throw money around and feel that, oh, I'm a queen, I can do whatever I like. She'll respect the fact that my husband works hard. Like right now, it is 1:43 in the night and I'm working, they're sleeping. She'll value and respect every penny that I earn. And that's the only way to grow as a human being and become better. Because remember, I've always told you this. If success and money goes to your head now, life has a way to put you back in your place and you'll be sent back to the same old, your roots. For my wife, as long as I'm alive, she doesn't have to worry. But the day I'm no longer there, what else she's going to do? Even my kid. And as per that girlfriend of mine, well, she could make demands of sun, moon, and stars. Wonder who's going to give her sun, moon, and stars. Unless, of course, I'm not in touch with her. Unless, of course, now she's earning big money. So anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree? I don't know. I know that you will say, hey man, you are... I've had a very colorful life. What to do? All right. Anyway, you guys take care. This is me signing off. Love to hear your thoughts. And remember, I love to share things which maybe nobody else shares. And these are some of the realities that very few people will openly talk about. All right. Good, bad, ugly. Feel free. Comment down below. It's me signing off. You guys take care.